sailboat for 5 days, put together a little list, and then we tried to find a grocery store, and it was a little more difficult than we thought. We ended up at the Telco Lotus, which was kind of like gas station grocery store-ish, but found meats, we found noodles, we found some vegetables, we got toilet paper and paper towels and some tea bags and condiments. So I think we're ready for 5 days with all our groceries. Adam has tons of bags too, so hopefully we're all set and ready to go.
We got to the marina probably about 9 o'clock. We went through the whole boat briefing, did our sail plan, learned how these sails worked on this Bavaria 37 monohull sailboat. Yeah, we were writing down a lot of notes and stuff and kind of formulating a plan. And then they said, "Are you guys ready in about 10 minutes?" I said, "Sure." So here we are.
We are sailing to our first anchorage. We turned off the engine, we had put the main out, we put the jib out. We're on a close haul. We got 10 knots of wind coming in from the southeast, and it looks like where we're going, Racha Island. We're going to probably need to tack 4 or 5 times to get there, so just kind of making our way across the bay and then back again a couple more times. Nobody out really on the water. We passed a couple ferry boats, but other than that, there's only one other sailboat I can see on the horizon. Nobody's sailing, but it's great weather. Got the jib out, got the main out. Feeling pretty good about our sailing skills so far.
About 4.3 knots speed over ground, about 11 knots of wind. Oh, you can hear the jib lump fall off a little bit. Yeah, it's nice and easy. It's pretty relaxing out here. Yeah, wind speed about 9 knots right now. Just very chilled. Very nice.
So after 3 hours of sailing, we finally made it to Racha Yai, right here. Beautiful palm trees. There's actually a beach on the other side of the island, and we were going to anchor over there, but with the westerly winds coming in, we decided to anchor on the east side of the island, get a little more protection out of the wind. It probably took us 3 hours of sailing, like I said, to get here, and we probably averaged 4 to 6 knots in about 10 to 14 knots of wind. So we made good time coming here. It was a beautiful sunny day, and it was perfect sailing conditions, and I couldn't be happier.
Both the sails down, there was probably 5 to 6 knots of wind. And then as soon as we turned on the motor and came a little closer, wind picked up to maybe like 12 or 13 knots. So we're glad we took down the sails when we did. We pulled in the anchorage and there's only one other boat here.
We put down the anchor and arranged it to move, and I think I'm going to sleep easy tonight because I think it's a good anchorage, and I think it'll be the first night we've anchored ourselves, so that's exciting.
We were probably trying to get within 7 to 10 meters when we put the anchor down, and I think on average we're around 8. So I feel pretty comfortable with this anchorage tonight. Beautiful here.
Ready?
Ready.
This evening's drink of choice is a little bit of gin, a little bit of Schweppes sparkling, lime soda. It's wonderful. And we're watching the sunset, and it's a beautiful day at our first anchorage.
It was actually really, really hot right when we went to sleep, but then probably like middle of the night it got really cool, just like the perfect temperature. Yeah, I slept really good. What are you doing?
Stretching. Morning stretch. The bow of the boat.
We left the first anchorage about 9 o'clock this morning, and we motored the boat out into the channel. We put up the main, we put out the jib, and we have about 2 to 3 knots of wind. And we like basically aren't even moving. So I think we're gonna turn the motor on and probably motor a little bit further down before we really try to start sailing again today. Because I just feel like we're not going anywhere.
Are you pouting?
Yes.
Why are you pouting?
There's no wind to sail. We've been motoring for the last like hour and a half. But we still can't see Racha Yai. We're headed right towards it from our GPS. I don't know, maybe when we get a little bit more south of Phuket, winds will pick up a little bit. But...
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What are we jamming to?
Some Thai pop music that we found on the radio.
That's how close to land we are. We're in autopilot right now. Ah! Nobody's steering the boat. So we made it to our second spot. It's Racha Yai. Beautiful snorkeling right off the bow. We got here probably about 2:30, 3:30. And we were looking to drop anchor because the book says to do an anchor. So we tried one spot. It was a little deep for as close in as we were, and so we came back, we tried another, we put the anchor out, realized there were scuba divers really close to us. We almost dropped the anchor on the scuba divers. They have no kind of flag out. We saw their bubbles, and so we ended up pulling the anchor back in. We drove around for a bit. There used to be a huge dive boat right here in the middle, and so we were like, maybe they'll leave and we can come up into the middle. So as they were leaving, we came up, dropped anchor again, and this time the people on the dive boat yelled at us that we should be using the mooring balls, which we were warned the mooring balls aren't maintained and you shouldn't always trust them. So we were going to anchor between the moorings, but their boat thought that there was too much coral, even though we found this nice sandy spot to anchor in at 15 meters. We went out, we went snorkeling, we saw a bunch of schools of fish, yellow and black ones. And I think people usually feed them because they came right up to you and you're just like swimming in this huge school of fish. It was pretty awesome.
Well, honestly, I was a little disappointed today because we didn't do any sailing. We basically motored out from our anchorage at about 7, 8, 9 o'clock this morning, right after sunrise. And we got to like the channel where it was pretty deep, and we decided to put up the full main, full jib, and there was hardly any wind. And so we kept the motor running, and every 20 minutes we kept checking, and every time we checked, the wind would be at like 1 or 2 knots, and we would hardly be moving at all. It almost felt like we were just like sitting stationary in the middle of the Andaman Sea. So yeah, I don't know, it was weird, but I mean, we made it to our destination. We're at Racha Yai, and we just went swimming. It was really, really nice. But yeah, in terms of sailing, I was hoping to do circle drills. I was hoping to practice at least jiving, because we didn't do that yesterday. And we basically motored the whole way for about 4 or 5 hours. So hopefully when we sail to Koh Phi Phi tomorrow, we'll have some wind. Looking forward to that.